I'm going to talk about two movies I just recently saw, Kubo and the Two Strings and also Arrival. I think that these two movies are a must-see for anyone who is interested in something different and something that is intelligent, but at the same time is also giving some sort of values to people. Um, so this is a kind of semi-review of the both movies. Let's start with Kubo and the Two Strings. I just finished watching Kubo and the Two Strings for free, of course, but nonetheless, I just finished watching that movie animated series, and I gotta tell you, it is fantastic. It's sad that Kubo and the Two Strings didn't make back their money, but this movie was worth the while making. I hope they make more movies like this. The movie was a lot more than your typical animated movie. In fact, it had a nice, interesting ending, and I thought that it wasn't your typical kind of animation film. I look forward to seeing more of these kinds of films. I'm not going to give away what the movie was about, but it was an excellent movie. It did have magic involved in it, but I believe that this surreal world was used to really teach lessons about humanity and also about memories of people, holding people in our hearts, and showing how love can be something that can attach someone to oneself even beyond the grave. So I thought this was just awesome. An excellent, excellent animated movie. You can see all the Eastern concepts coming across in it as well. Excellent movie. I loved it. I loved the little turns and twists in it. It's more of a drama than it is your typical animated story. This is, I think, on the cutting edge of storytelling in terms of animation. I think they really went to mature audiences. It could still appeal to kids, but this was for more mature audiences. I really enjoyed it immensely. Kubo and the Two Strings is definitely a recommended viewing for any adult who is, someone who likes to delve into things that are deeper than just shallow stuff. Great adventure, by the way. Great adventure movie as well. And the stakes in the movie were always very high from beginning to end. And that's what I loved about this movie. Now, when it comes to Arrival's doing well at the box office, and it should. This movie was not so much a sci-fi as it was a drama again. Another dramatic movie. Again, very intellectual. You had to kind of figure out things. You'd be figuring it out as the characters are figuring out things. But what really is interesting about Arrival as well, just like Kubo and the True Strings, is it has a magical element to it. And I thought that this story is actually much more the story of the protagonist in the story than it is about the aliens. It's much more about humanity than it is about the aliens actually that arrive. And there's so much to that story, but I don't want to reveal it to people because I think that Arrival in itself is another interesting story with lovely plot twists and turns and revelations that really make the story worthwhile watching. So I wouldn't spoil it for anyone. These two movies, I strongly advise anyone who has any desire to watch movies or really likes rewarding movies that are different. Both Arrival and Kubo and the Two Strings are recommended viewing. You really need to go see those movies. Out of all the movies I've been watching online for free at present, I would pay to watch Arrival. In fact, I think I'm going to get it for DVD. I'm going to get it on DVD. I'm not going to get Suicide Squad on DVD. I'm not going to get Suicide Squad on Blu-ray or digitally. I have my Batman v Superman, which is I got digitally, and Man of Steel. I'll pay for those two, but I'm not going to pay for Suicide Squad. However, I must say, Kubo and the Two Strings is definitely something you would pay for. To put on DVD or to put on Blu-ray, okay? That's something you really want to get. You also want to collect Arrival. Now that's something you need to collect, That's something I should have gone and seen in the cinemas, actually. And I probably will go and see Arrival in the cinemas. The Accountant wasn't that great, but I also like The Accountant. And it's something, would I pay to go see The Accountant? Probably not. In terms of buying a DVD, I would probably buy the DVD of it. or Blu-ray, because it's again another different kind of movie, and it talks more about people with autism. I didn't go see The Accountant in the cinemas. I actually watched it for free online here. It's probably wrapped up from the cinemas, but it's something that I would still go and watch in the cinema. So all in all, I think that Arrival and Kubo on the Two Strings, however, are probably the best materials I would ever possibly go and watch. On that note, you guys have a great one.